Hello, Taylor. This is your ex-boyfriend, Chance. And I say ex-boyfriend because I have no interest in coming back to you. I'm sure you're probably upset. You're probably angry. You're probably mad that I changed my passwords. And that's fine. You can be mad. Because after what I saw in that interview with Marty where you bashed on me, I have no interest in talking to you ever again.
Well, my friends, Cyrax has broken up with his girlfriend, his fiance over there in Australia. Her name is Taylor, if you don't know. And Cyrax here, he's one of the most selfish people I've ever seen, man. This entire video is all about him and how he demands her to stop talking to the trolls, to stop doing this whole thing with Marty and stop doing this, that, and the other. And it's just like everything that he tells her not to do, he's the one who also does it. He's the one, you know, who goes on panel with Marty almost every single night. He's been really good at showing up on Marty's panels. But no, this girl, ooh, Taylor, you're not allowed to go on Marty's stream. Only I'm allowed to go on Marty's stream, Taylor. You know, that's sort of like the mindset that he's going at. You know, maybe he's jealous that Taylor's receiving attention from Marty and the trolls, and so he needs he needs to fix that a little bit. I'm not sure, but this entire video you're about to watch here, I'm going to be going over most of it with you guys. And it's just one of the worst things I've ever seen Cyrax put out. Because I know that he cheated on his girlfriend. Everybody does. He's cheating on her and he's acting like he didn't. And that he's the super important guy that she needs to treat right. And it can't be any further from the truth.
I mean, you sit there and you say that you were defending me. No, the f*** you weren't. You were bashing me. The entire time you were fucking bashing me. And anybody with a half brain will fucking tell you, if you love somebody, you don't fucking bash on them the way that you did me. I watched the entire fucking interview. And Taylor, you are fucking disgusting for doing that. After everything I fucking did for you. After every fucking thing I did for you. After I went out of my way to give you several chances to prove yourself. After I tried to help you get away from the troll shit, you proceeded to go right back to it. Despite the fucking ground rules that I laid out for you, you still proceeded to go right back to the fucking bullshit. After I sat there and I treated your kids, Ollie and Isaac, as if they were my own motherfucking flesh and blood. As if they were my own flesh and blood. You still proceeded to talk shit on me. Why? Because you're a fucking troll. That's why. And if you're not a troll, you're fake as f***.
Now, there are some things to unpack here when Cyrax says that she's a troll and that he was acting like those kids were her blood and that he helped her. It's like, Cyrax, you didn't help this girl at all. You didn't help this single mom with 2 kids at all. Like, just because you say that, you know, they're like your flesh and blood doesn't mean you actually do anything for them. I think Cyrax believes that words mean more than action. You know, there's that classic old phrase that actions do more than words, you know? Speak louder than words, I mean. But Cyrax thinks that words are the loudest things that you can do, man. It doesn't matter what you do. As long as you say that you're doing it, then you're doing it. So in Cyrax's mind, he's like the best dad ever because he was saying that he was. And he believes that stuff, man. He's full of delusions. But he's also in no position to really demand anything out of this woman with 2 kids, you know? And he talks about her getting tied up with the troll stuff. And it's just like, Cyrax, you're the one who brought her on panel. Every time I see Cyrax on panel, he demands that Taylor also be brought on panel. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? What do you mean you're telling her to stay away from the trolls, dude? You bring her on panel. You tell Marty every day, bring her on panel. Marty, are you scared of my fiance? Oh, that's sad. That's sad. He says that almost verbatim every fucking time. It's something else. It's something else. But it sounds like he may have figured out that she was a troll. But my friends, you know, we're going to be listening more to this. But I'm just going to let you guys have a heads up. He ends up getting back with her. He ends up begging for forgiveness from her like 10 hours later. So he flip-flops between wanting this girl and then not wanting her, thinking that she's a troll and thinking that she's genuine. And he also complains about her OnlyFans and says that this is going to be a terrible thing for your kids. And it's just like, yeah, maybe, you know, it's got to be embarrassing to have a mom who's into OnlyFans, but it's also awful to not have, you know, dinner on the table and breakfast in the morning. You know, I'd much rather that than, you know, starve, but still, Cyraxx doesn't think about these things.
What kind of example are you setting for your sons by doing OnlyFans like you did? Now, I'm not bashing you for that, but it does play into that. That's a part of your past. You have to accept that. What do you think you're teaching Ollie and Isaac when you do the shit that you do? When you have somebody that actually loves and cares about you, that's willing to bend over backwards for you, that's willing to defend you no matter what. When you have somebody that's willing to defend you the way that I have, and then you turn around and you fucking stab me in the back by bashing on me in a fucking interview, what's wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? I did everything. I went out of my way for you. I stuck up for you. I defended you. And how did you repay me? With an interview by stabbing me in the back. You repaid me by doing that interview and stabbing me in the back when I wasn't looking. And then what else did you do? What else did you fucking do? Other than sit there and use me like you did. You say you didn't use me, and I can already see you're gonna sit there and say that you did not use me. Yes, you did. And don't even try to come after me illegally, because guess what? I have all the fucking proof to back up everything I've said. I have the interview, and I have the screenshot to show that you were fucking using me. You make good women that actually would like to treat people like me right. You make them look like it.
Oh man, he is just the worst whenever it comes to this. He's the most toxic person to ever date ever. I mean, he's flip-flopped between dating her and not dating her over and over and over again, and he goes back to her again after this. It's the most crazy thing I've ever seen from the little guy. I mean, my god. Okay, maybe not the craziest, but you get my point. It's pretty freaking terrible. I think he's a terrible person to date. He's like the most toxic person, toxic boyfriend any girl could ever ask for. And, you know, I don't blame Jake for leaving him. I'm surprised that Jake stuck around for him as long as he did, you know. Really weird situation that was. But I digress. The point is that Cyraxx here, you know, he says that she makes women look terrible, that she's a bad representative for all women. Well, guess what, Cyraxx? She's not a representative for all women. She's only a representative for herself. You know, that makes no sense. What kind of comment is that, Cyraxx? Like, goodness me. I think Cyraxx is very misogynistic towards women. And, you know, I know people don't like that word being thrown around, but it's pretty true. It's textbook case, man. And, you know, during the interview that he's really angry about, you know, that interview wouldn't have happened if you didn't do so many crazy things. Hell, Marty wouldn't be after you if you didn't do so many crazy things. A lot of people revolve around you because you're never learning of anything. You don't learn from your mistakes. You keep on making the same mistakes over and over and over again. I mean, what is this, like the 20th catfish? I mean, my god, Cyraxx, you are in a deep, deep pit, and people are gonna make sure that you stay there, dude.
Because I sat here and I vouched for you. I went out of my way for you. Bent over backwards. Even though my mental health was deteriorating and was so bad that I was physically sick, what did I do? I continued to get up on panel and fucking defend your ass. And how do you fucking repay me? By stabbing me in the fucking back and talking behind my back to music face Marty, whom I want nothing to do with. And you know what's sad? This is what really fucking pisses me off. I gave you the keys to getting away from the troll.
And it ticks me off so much to hear him say all that stuff. He's the worst. He's the worst. Like, I can't stress this enough that he's the worst kind of boyfriend you could ever have in all your nightmares, man. Like, Cyraxx, you bring her up on stream all the time. You talk about her all the time. The video you guys see right here, he was talking about Taylor for an hour straight with Marty and Willem Gloryhole, and this was 3 days ago, and he asked for them to bring her on panel. It's like, Cyraxx, you bring her on panel. You want her on panel. Marty's the one who doesn't want to be there. In fact, in the stream that you're looking at right here, Marty didn't even want you here. He said to go away, and you wouldn't go away. And plus, not only that, but you also think that you thought that Taylor lost her uncle. You know, you said that her uncle was brain dead, and this is how you're treating her. Like, this is like the worst time to break up with a girl, is like she just lost a family member and she's in a very vulnerable position, and she has children, and she doesn't have a proper job. Like, this is way messed up. This is way messed up for Cyraxx to be breaking up with her in this particular moment. But we all know that he goes back to her, and I'm gonna go ahead and start that video up. It's messed up, man.
Hey Taylor Shins. I'm sure that you're watching this video right now, and I want you to know that I'm sorry about everything I said. I am truly sorry about everything I said, and I know that I don't deserve your forgiveness, especially after how I treated you, and I'm sorry for that. But I am here begging you. I am here begging you to forgive me, because I love you, Taylor. I really do, and I understand that I messed up really bad. And like I told you, I'm going to do everything I can to show you that I want to be better and that I want to do better. I don't want my past affecting me anymore. Like I told you, I want to be better for you, for my friends, my family, and for myself, and for our boys. And like I said, I know I don't deserve a chance to redeem myself. I get it. But I do hope that you'll give me that chance to show you that I can and that I want to do better. Like I told you when we were talking earlier, I want the help of you, my friends, and my family to be who I used to be before the trolling started. I want to be that person that I used to be before the trolling. I want to have a life with you and the boys so bad. Earlier today, when I was thinking back on everything that I did, everything that had gone wrong, I genuinely thought about ending because of how bad I messed up and how bad I felt. But instead of going that route, I sat there and cried because I love you and I love our sons so much. And I'm sorry that I let my past affect me, and I hope and pray to God that you will let me prove myself. That's why I'm here begging you for a chance to prove myself, to show you that I'm not like that, to show you that I'm not who they make me out to be, and to show you that I'm never gonna do anything to hurt you.
God, the crocodile tears are just in motion. You know, he's lying through his teeth, man. And the craziest part is that he's demanding her to help him. Like, I need you to help me, Taylor. I need you to help me become the person I used to be. I need you to help me. I don't want to be held back by my past anymore, Taylor. And it's just like, Cyraxx, you were just talking smack about her boys and her earlier. Like, less than 24 hours ago, you were talking mad smack against her and her family. You didn't care about her. You got ticked off. You got so angry because she dared tell Marty anything about you. I mean, my God. Like, the ending of that is probably the worst part about it. He said there at the end, I will never do anything to hurt you. I will never. And it's just like, dude, you already showed your true colors. You already showed your true colors. You know, when things got tough, you abandoned her. You abandoned her and her kids that you so claim to love. And you have hurt her. Any normal woman would have been hurt by this. Nobody likes a breakup, man. Breakups suck for men and women. It's not just exclusively that. But you get my point, my friends. Cyraxx thinks that he's going to be able to get her back. And will he get her back? Probably. Because this is just how things work out. They keep on going catfishing with them. And, you know, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see where things go from there. But I want to move on to what Cyraxx did after this. Cyraxx decided that he was going to open up a family vlogs channel. That's right, a family vlogs channel. Cyraxx himself is going to become like a family man now. He's going to be the father that he always wanted to be in the most creepy way possible. But regardless, he made this video that I'm about to show you guys here. And it's odd. It's odd. It's not very usual we see Cyraxx wanting to do family vlogs, and God forbid he ever actually gets in a room with these kids. That should never happen.
Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Chance here from Chance and Taylor. I'd like to say welcome to mine and my wonderful fiance and very soon to be wives. What the channel is going to be about is, you know, a lot of family friendly stuff, like, you know, family vlogs in the very near future. I will be uploading song covers, and Taylor herself will probably be doing uploads on this channel as well, stuff that she enjoys. We are going to be making this channel very family friendly. I will be doing song covers that might not be the best for kids, so I apologize in advance for any parents that don't want their kids listening to certain songs that have swear words and profanity. I do apologize for that ahead of time. But if you guys do like that, you know, let me know and I'll continue to upload that kind of content. I also will be doing music stuff, like such as instructional videos for FL Studios, how to make certain beats in really short amount of time and a short time span, and just really going through everything and really showing the process of how I make my music and how I do what I do. Now, I do have my own separate channel called Music and Mayhem, where I do vocal cover live streams, I do vocal cover videos, I do gameplay videos, I do gameplay live streams, and I have fun.
Oh god, him talking about family-friendly content is so weird. Knowing him and who he is and the PDF file stuff and all that stuff, it's just so wrong. It's weird. I don't like it, and nobody should like this at all. And you know it's manipulation. This is manipulation 101. And besides, Chance can't go 5 seconds without saying any kind of swear word on the planet, man. He's gonna use any kind of racist term. Whenever he sees Marty popping in his chat, he's gonna be like, oh, look at this N-word boy. What's up, N-word lover? You know? I mean, my god, he's the last person that needs to be, like, you know, touted off to kids as an icon. You know, he's no Mr. Beast. He's no, like, Vanoss Gaming or something. I don't know what kids watch these days. The point is that they shouldn't be watching Chancey Poo. Stay far away, children. Don't even watch his videos. Stop right here. Click off, man. You're not supposed to be here. Just, oh, man. But we're going to be moving on to Marty's stream. Cyraxx was on Marty's panel once more, and we're going to be taking a little gander at that. We're probably not going to get through too much of it, but we'll just have to see.
Hey, by the way, Marty, you can tell that douche canoe old man of mine I give zero f***s about what he does or about what you do. And you want to know why? Because you're both pieces of f***.
Wait, this is your dad.
And quite frankly, to that old man, I say this. Yo, face. I know you're watching this, you face motherfucker. Let me tell you right now, you douche canoe motherfucker. One, you recording our calls between me and you. In the state of Florida, that's illegal. You have to have both parties. It is a two-party state. And you doing that's illegal as first.
If this guy's dying, you're asking him to go after these guys? Like, why?
Shut the f*** up. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the old man.
Well, he's not here anymore.
I know he's watching this right now. So Gordon, listen up, you f***ing piece of shit. If there's one thing you taught me, and you did teach me something, regardless of the fact that you're a piece of shit,
I didn't teach you how to make a living or be a man.
No. Shut the f*** up, Mark.
Well, you never have made a living, right?
Hey, you're a lover. Shut up. I'm not talking.
Have you ever made a living? Yeah, Sally's had it with him. He's absolutely had it with him.
So, strangely, Gordon's talking to Cyraxx. He mentioned there that Gordon recorded a phone call. Now, I haven't found this phone call myself yet. I wasn't aware of this until earlier whenever I started making this video, and I find this very odd. I don't know why he and Chance would be having a phone call. But, you know, because he's in Florida, Chance said that that's against the law, that, you know, it's a two-party state, that both parties have to know that they're being recorded. And you know, I think that's really dumb. I think that that's a really dumb law. It makes no sense to me, but I'm a guy on the internet. What do I know? But also, since it's not in the same state, chances in Ohio and Mr. Gordon's in Florida, it would then become a federal thing. It wouldn't be a state thing. And I'm 90% sure, you know, don't quote me on this, but I'm 90% sure that feds don't need both parties to be consensual and being recorded. You know what I mean? And I don't know why this hatred of Gordon popped out of left field. Gordon hasn't been mentioned in like months. I mean, I don't know how the guy's doing.
Now, I'm going to finish what I have to say to Gordon. Then I'm going to get to you.
Okay.
Gordon, I say this. There's one thing that you did teach me. It's how not to be a piece of deadbeat like you.
But you are a deadbeat.
Actually, I'm not, though. Unlike him. And to
Well,
Gordon,
he actually ran a business and served this country. But
and to Gordon, I say,
so what's a deadbeat? Can I ask?
a deadbeat is a piece of shit like him that walks out on his family, isn't there for him, disowns his own fucking kid, and fucking runs his mouth like a fucking cock-sucking little bitch. Because, Gordon, that's all you've ever been, is a cock-sucking piece of shit.
Doesn't sound like you at all.
This motherfucker did not fucking raise me, sadly, unfortunately. Well, I mean, he did, but he failed as a man. A real man takes care of his kids. A real man is there for his kids no matter what. Whether it's emotional, financial, it don't matter. And so, Gordon,
Just the craziest thing to hear Cyrax saying that he's a real man and Gordon isn't. You know, Gordon, the guy who served for the country. And, you know, I've heard about the things about Gordon. I'm already aware about the allegations against him and his wife. And, you know, I'm not sure if they hold true. I really wasn't super interested in talking about that. You know, my opinion is that if Gordon and Jenny Wilkins were taking money from donations that were meant to go elsewhere, go to like charities and stuff, you know, then they're terrible people. But if they didn't, then they didn't. I'm not really sure which is true. Quite frankly, I wasn't super interested. You know, you can decide on whether they were taking money from charities or it's up to you guys. I'm not here to speak about that. I'm here to talk about Cyrax. But that's my general opinion on that, my general thought. And Cyrax is much lesser than both of them, you know. Last time we heard about them was that it was back in January during the Tibbs stuff, and Tibbs was, you know, getting Cyrax to call himself a PDF around the time. And Jenny Jo was trying to sue Cyrax for defamation of Gordon and her name. And it never really went anywhere, unfortunately. Everybody was talking about that. However, with all that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. Now, I'd like to shout out Cloak, Oversoul, Bucky, Mrs. Super Perfect Cell, Lord of Worlds, is Kamala's World, Honda Civic, D. Wilkins, Saggy Raggy, Ashy, Nilet, The Black Pearl, Miss Moody, Protokino, ML Pruitt, The Otaku Otter, M. Spark 400 Smith, Nolan, Enigma, The Black Dragon, Tranter, Edward Walden Hain, Jonah Hex, Capim, Claudio Diaz, Paul, Shiny Piggy, Cyrax's Delicious Rocketable Doritos Bag, Merville, Flawed Spirit, Elijah Webster, David Jack, Nuxie Chan, Sumstoner69, Ya Baby Boy the Black Dragon, Zorl Champion, David Dash, Cousin of Clyde Crash, TJ Bender, STFU Noob, Greek Girl, Banshee XL, Digital Dream, Benny, Reverend Rudro, Sandra Butler, Eyes of Deceit, Haley Cantaloupe Cakes, Princess Keys, Roboto San, Jeb Babushka, Gecko Namer, Bakano Sensei, Nocturnal Arrow, Poofy Mooncakes, NFA Fubba, Wild River Gaming, Ice Wallow, Apocalypse Now, Heretic 343, Wolfgang, Easy Street, Dark Chocolate, Atomic Renegade, Walter Kirschler, Mechanic Drew, Asterati, Trip, M3 Kita, Puff the Vengeful Dragon, Bullfrog Dogweed, Jam Gum, Jakey Acid, Fill Me Up Dude, Blues No Clues, JC, Jessica, Anthony Howard, Devin Castro, Fall Autumn, Timothy McGettigan, Drew York, Nick Cliff, Scobie Suba, The Sludge Count, Sierra Hinneberry, Pearl the Vixen, Juan Diaz, Mark Pina, Nina Oops, Pepe the Wise, Danger Peep, Asashi LMG, Jojo's Woodshed, 666, Merrick, Evan Reed, Archimedes, Banshee Jack, Zippity Duda, Snarky Guy, Icarus, Light of Alpha, Watch Me Print, Chronic the Hempog, Princess, Only Wise Hermit, Nico Suave, Salty Wizard, Sauce, Punky Squirrel 666, Chun Truck, Stonefang, Miriam Suzanne, Yamama Secretly David, Stin H, Charlie Girl, Joshua Roberts, Hexen, Jilly's Mom, I'm So Tired, MTG Kitty, Stylist Side Silence, Cena by Tacos, David Maxing, Disc, Emily's Dismantling, Anime Lover Shihan, White 7 Mike, Mr. Kitty and Whiskers, Ben Dayhole, Midton Pews, I'm Cleep, Ardnet, Jack Flash, Lumber Dump, Itchy Gin Atolls, Let's Go Blues, Momar, Filler, Ripped Pantyhose, Rickety Timbo, Sad Pepperoni, Jeff D, and Red. Thank you all for your support. I deeply appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.